Mythos, the eye that sees everything in the digital world. Mythos is the virus, the antivirus, and the programmer all at the same time. Mythos is Anthropic's groundbreaking new AI development. In just the past few weeks, it has uncovered vulnerabilities in every major operating system and web browser, the very infrastructure that moves your money, powers your city's electric grid, and keeps critical systems running. It detected thousands of high-severity vulnerabilities, including several critical ones. Some had been lurking undetected for 27 years, invisible to generations of engineers, and even to 5 million automated tests. But Mythos saw them. Mythos isn't just a hacker, it isn't just an antivirus, it isn't just a programmer, it's all three at once. In simple, practical terms, it can be the thief, the cop, and the judge. When Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple, JP Morgan, and 7 other tech giants saw what Mythos could do, they didn't call their lawyers. Instead, they sat down together and launched what they're calling Project Glasswing. Think about that. Fierce competitors fighting for every dollar in the global market, now sitting at the same table. That only happens when everyone realizes they're facing something truly revolutionary. To understand why this matters for your business, your company, or your career, you first need to grasp what the digital world actually runs on. Linux powers countless servers, worldwide cloud services, payment platforms, logistics software, and likely a big part of your own operations, even if you've never heard the name. Mythos found a chain of vulnerabilities in Linux. FFmpeg, the technology behind encoding and decoding most of the world's video, had a flaw that had been sitting there for 16 years. Automated tools had scanned it 5 million times and missed it. Mythos didn't. Here's the delicate part. In March 2026, Anthropic, the company behind Mythos, received a letter from a U.S. Department of War designating it as a supply chain risk to national security. Anthropic called the move legally questionable and announced it would challenge it in court. At the same time, the company publicly stated it would continue supporting the department and the national security community wherever possible, especially during active operations. That says a lot about their ethics. But here's the bigger question. What if Anthropic had reacted differently, say, by shopping Mythos to clients in other countries? This isn't hypothetical. Just this week, the FBI, NSA, CISA, and other federal agencies issued an urgent alert. Iran-affiliated cyber actors are actively exploiting programmable logic controllers, especially equipment from Rockwell Automation, in U.S. critical infrastructure. These attacks target internet-connected devices in energy, water, and government sectors, and they've already caused real operational disruptions and financial losses. This is not theory. These are real attacks on real systems. That's why business intelligence has never been more vital. Business intelligence means knowing which information actually matters for decision-making and truly understanding its implications for your operations, supply chain, technology, and bottom line. A leader who understands the environment makes sharper decisions, runs a more efficient organization, and aligns everything toward clear goals. If you want to learn how to leverage business intelligence in your company or implement it effectively in your business or career, visit Carlos Bastida's website. There you'll find his full portfolio of services in business intelligence, supply chain strategy, soft skills training, and more. The link is in the description. To put all of this in broader global context, on the diplomatic front, the U.S. and China are preparing for a high-stakes meeting between President Trump and President Xi Jinping in May. U.S. Trade Representative Greer has been clear they're not looking for massive confrontation. They want stability, especially continued access to China's rare earth minerals and critical materials that power everything from EV batteries to AI chips. Active talks are underway on a bilateral trade mechanism and investment framework. A potential BYD manufacturing plant in the United States has also been discussed, though it remains surrounded by political, regulatory, and national security tensions. For any business with suppliers or customers on both sides, the message is clear. The ground is still shifting, but both sides seem to prefer negotiation over escalation. Let's tie it all together. Mythos, Project Glasswing, the hidden vulnerabilities in Linux and FFmpeg, the supply chain risk designation on Anthropic, the Iranian attacks on U.S. critical infrastructure, and the upcoming Trump-Xi meeting. They all point to one powerful lesson. Today, technology can protect or destabilize businesses, supply chains, energy systems, finance, and essential services faster than ever before. The greatest advantage for any organization isn't just adopting more AI. It's understanding the environment better, anticipating risks, making decisions based on verified intelligence, and turning uncertainty into strategic advantage. The big question is no longer whether these changes will affect you. It's whether your business, your company, or your career is truly prepared to tell the difference early between an extraordinary opportunity and a threat that could cost far more than you imagine. The pace of technological and geopolitical change isn't slowing down. What you can change is your ability to analyze it clearly and make better informed decisions that strengthen your finances, your business, your team, and your future. If this episode gave you valuable insights, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And tell me in the comments, is your company already taking concrete action on these issues? See you in the next episode.